I see a butterfly. When I went down to go to the toilet then, I couldn't go. It was too much pressure. I've always had quite a weak bladder, and it's how my nerves are shown. But I don't feel nervous because everyone's been so nice and welcoming. Such a beautiful introduction. I feel more excited. But nonetheless, it results in a pressure on my bladder and the feeling that I desperately need to wee. So I went downstairs, and because I knew everyone up here was waiting for me to come back up, I felt enormous pressure and I couldn't wee. So at some point during the performance, I think I'll probably have to go downstairs when I've relaxed enough. I used to do martial arts professionally before, around the age of 25, I made the world worse by discovering poetry. And before you perform in this martial arts that I did, you have to wear a cup, you know, in case you get kicked in the genitals. And it protects your genitals, especially your testicles. And the problem was, if you suit up for the martial arts and then you desperately need to wee just before you fight, you have to pull this cup down. And it's really humiliating because it's strapped into you. So as you pull it down, you have to expose your buttocks as well. So this isn't the first time I felt under great pressure before a moment of performance. But I have to say the difference between this and going to fight another person for money means that this is a lot nicer in context and quite easier. So I can be honest with you about my weeing in a way that I simply couldn't with my comrades in the martial arts, lest they think less of me in that hyper-masculine environment. There's quite a lot of masculinity on the stage, but apart from that it feels quite balanced, I suppose, between the masculine and the feminine. And I found also that book launches are like a fight. They're a bit of a nightmare, because in a way, and not tonight for me, you invite your friends to come and celebrate something which is a dead object, a magnificent dead object, but a dead object. And of course, the stereotype that has been evoked in The Magnificent Butterfly is the idea that a person publishes a book and then reads aloud to you something that you're going to read in your house later, which is quite a funny idea when you think about it, isn't it? Because the only other time that you're read to is when you're a child. Maybe that's why people like it, because it is quite comforting. But it leaves the problem then, if you're kind of involved in organising your own book launch, that you invite your friends, and in poetry it definitely will just be your friends, to come and listen to you read something you've already read that they're going to read by themselves later and have them enjoy that. And that's a terrible pressure. And so what it's led to in my experience is book launches are the worst possible kind of event. And you have to try and do something about that to kind of interrupt the emphasis on the idea that you're giving someone your book baby. Here is my book baby. Look at the effort that I've put into it. Watch it be birthed and celebrate it. But what if you hold in your heart the feeling that your book baby might not be very good? I mean, isn't that a very reasonable suspicion? For example, many of you are bound to be creative in some way and release your works like a book baby, music baby, sculpture baby, painting baby, and the critic you're supposed to be railing against who says, I don't like it, isn't there a large part of you that agrees and thinks, finally, someone's telling the truth. This book isn't very good. And the reason why I feel particularly confident in saying that to you is the odds that even those who have bought the book or read the book are quite small. Because when you think of all the things you could do with your time, the idea that you'd pick up this weird book that we wrote without discipline, without forethought, without real creative insight, just for the sake of killing our own time in the selfish pursuit of the process and creation, and then you're past it without any context but this weird shit, it's highly unlikely you're going to read it. Which leaves me free to say, it isn't very good. What were you thinking? By all metrics and standards, this is a poor book. Let me expand on that idea, in case you think I'm being flippant. It has no overarching theme. It has complete inconsistencies in grammar and spelling. It's all in English. You're Norwegian. It has photos that are literally just photos that happen to be in my folder or my download folder. photos he sent me, which I have no idea where they come from. I took some of his precious photos in paint. I didn't even use like Adobe Design or anything. Paint, and then I put font 12, and I just wrote whatever came to my mind. Can you imagine a more indulgent practice? Apart from this, what I'm doing right now, maybe. But the difference between this and that is this will be over in a few minutes. That will be forever on your bookshelf unless you give it away to someone you don't really like, which is what I would advise you to do. Find someone that in a Norwegian civilized context you have to be nice to, and then say, hey, have you read this book, Gullfinger? It's really good. You should read it. They will love it. They'll love the fact that ostensibly it's about a seagull. It is ostensibly about a seagull. I have a house in Devon in England, and on the top of the house opposite me there's this seagull's nest. And for some reason these seagulls lay their nest on the top of a roof. And they put their baby seagull in this nest and it slid off the roof. This fucking seagull, who I had to watch, slid off this roof and landed on the floor. And I had to think, is that seagull? I mean, in a way, seagulls are really annoying. You want to kill them, but you can't kill them because you feel bad about that. And so I had to watch this baby seagull looking on the floor and thinking, do I have to feed this seagull now? And that's actually what the title comes from. As I said to Bård, we should name this after this seagull. And I think he said the Norwegian equivalent of whatever you want, Steve. Which really sums up the writing methodology of Gullfinger. Whatever you want, Steve. So ostensibly it is about a seagull. So when I was saying there's no overarching theme, it is about this baby seagull falling off a roof. But it's about other things too. Butterflies, friendship, tassos, saxophones. What do they call that? Bubble animals, spirits, spirit shapes. Don't hit. Now you respect me. Now everybody knows. I enjoy signing your books. Upside down board. The way everyone should look at board. Being upside down. Thanks so much for coming. Lovely to see you all. This is like the start. Please don't clap now. Keystone. This is real poetry. Keystone adjust. Menu. Color mode, dynamic. Brightness 40. Contrast 85. Color saturation 50. Tint 50. Sharpness 5. Color temp. Image enhancement. Image enhancement. Auto iris. High speed. Where's the down button? Setting. Extended. Network. Eco. Power consumption normal. Eco. Finally! Fucking environmental safety here! Finally! Unbelievable! Right, well, they're leaving, I suppose. He won't be happy about me doing this. Saxophone over here on the right of everybody. Amazing. Beautiful. That Norway is a civilized place, but I'm actually the most civilized person here by quite a long way, both in manner and in dress. This is my friend Laura Dobson. Laura is a videographer. Her father is Texan. She's got a lovely hat. And I said to Laura before the performance, you know, no matter what these two fucking weirdos do, you can come on stage and you'll be safe. And here we are, just making a video. And you want to say hi to the people in London, Laura?
Hey, London.
Hey, London. Okay, that was lovely, Laura. That was so sweet. Brilliant. The wand of power. Got your sax there, yeah? devil. How long have you known the devil? I don't know if anyone here reads Warhammer 40,000. I'm a big fan of Warhammer 40,000. In Warhammer 40,000, there are 4 gods, dark gods, chaos gods. Each of the gods are created by the psychic resonances of human beings' negative feelings. It's true. We in our pre-evolved state cannot sense these negative resonances, but they are there. The first god is Slanesh, the god of deviance and sexual deviance, the best kind of deviance. People don't talk about sexual deviance much anymore. Used to be all the rage. All people would talk about was sexual deviance, incest. Not anymore. Anyway, so Slanesh is the god of sexual deviance, and then you have Sikan, the god of change, the changer of ways, the fear of change. Tricky. And then you've got Nurgle, the god of disease. Nurgle. Magadan. Nurgle had a good few years. Good feels. Oh my god, the feels. Oh my god, these feels are so good. Good god, the feels. Good god, the feels. Praise Nurgle.
Feel the good God. I feel the good God. Feel the good God. And give the good God to feel.
And the fourth god. And the fourth god.
And the deviants, and the third, and the first, and the 23rd, and the 66th, and I'm getting old and not too long time.
I just met this girl called Camilla, right? I just met this girl called Camilla, and I opened up Gullfinger, and there's a picture in it of me superimposed into the side of a bus stop. And it's a picture of me from like 5 years ago, and she went, "Oh, that's you when you were younger." And I was like, "Fucking hell, Camilla. What an absolute savage." Camilla's one of Bård's students. The fourth god is Korn, the god of war and death. And his saying is, "Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne." And that's always stayed with me as a little piece of wisdom. That's it. Hey, Bård.
Hello.
Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne. Will it hold? Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne. I was told if I don't do something really bad, they'd hunt me down. There we go. I don't even need to. It's Bård does it. Blood for the blood god, the skulls for the skull throne. What they say is, in Warhammer, and this comes from the Kabbalah. If you say it, you make it real. And that I found that in my day-to-day life.
It's too nice.
Don't express the negativity. You become the negativity.
It's not supposed to be so nice.
If you feel bad,
It's not supposed to be
don't
so
say
nice.
it. Keep it in. Because if you
It's
say it out
supposed to
loud,
be not so nice.
if you say it out loud, you make it real.
It's too nice.
The bad feeling might pass, guys. Stuff it down. Keep it in. Because if you say it like blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne, before you know it, there's blood everywhere and a throne made of skulls. And sitting atop it is Korn, the god of war.
I got this.
Is that too nice? War? Endless war? Oh no, Laura. Protect Laura. At all costs, I gave her my word.
It's a crack in this bowl.
It might be time for me to go to the toilet.
It's a crack in this bowl.
I don't quite feel it yet. It's weird when you're performing. Did you crack your bowl? Yeah! Oh no! This bowl needs not to be cracked in order to make a sound. I would smash it, but Laura's so little. Stay away. I haven't forgotten, Camilla. Normally people talk about how young I look. And you said I looked old. So this is the contents. Bård didn't want a contents.
I didn't want the content. I think contents are stupid. They explain too much. Poetry is supposed to be open and people can interpret it the way as they want. And you say, I want the content. And I was like, no, I don't want the content. But then you made the content, and I think the content is the best in the whole book. It's like a prayer. It's very nice. I read it every night before I'm going to bed. When I was little, I used to read a prayer, but now I read this. It's very rhythmical and very nice. You just fall into this kind of trance, like,
blood for the blood,
and I hear your voice.
Souls for the skull throne.
Yeah.
I heard someone speak.
And also,
Is there a question?
it says this book is dedicated to Solveig.
You're not allowed to speak about that. Looking old, am I, Camilla?
Okay, but then we can go to the next page. Boring, only text.
Images.
And here, that's. That doesn't say, does it? Yeah, that's page 6 and 7. This is from Vietnam, that picture.
They're your pictures, this page, yeah?
Yeah,
that's
that's a woman in Vietnam, in Da Nang. Very warm.
Yeah. I've heard it's lovely.
I think she had lunch break. So she's chilling there, and really like that picture. And the other picture is also from Vietnam. Very beautiful. It's very, very, very beautiful because it's blue. It's blue sea and blue sky, and you know. But every time you watch it, you want to go there and be there. But I have photoshopped a little bit there because it looks like two humans. But one is like took a marker on top of it, so now it's not two persons, it's one black marker spot and one person. So it's kind of made it abstract in a way.
It's really good.
I know. I was working for a long time trying to figure out what to do with that picture. You know, it was way too concrete. Yeah, that's that page, and this is from Thailand. This is eagles circling around in the sky, as you can see, and you superimpose text on it.
I did, yeah, using Microsoft Paint.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know why. Because I can't use any other program, I think is the answer. But this is the book that a lot of you have already bought, right? I wonder why it came in an envelope.
This is from Sweden.
Tell us about these cars, Bård.
There was an old couple living in Sweden, and they collected stuff, and they didn't throw anything away. And
Hoarders.
this is maybe this picture. It could be new, but it's old. It's maybe 25 years old, and they didn't want to sell anything, so I stole a lot from them. And then I phoned them and said, I stole a lot of your stuff, can you try to imagine what I stole? And then I drove back and I looked at them. They were looking everywhere like, what did he steal? And I think they're still looking. I liked it because it seemed like their life was like totally aimless. And then I gave them a goal to find out what I stole. And the other car is... yeah, I don't know, it's a runaway car. It was some people I knew that robbed the bank, and They drew into the middle of the forest and left the car there. They were supposed to set fire on it, but they didn't bring the gasoline. But the police didn't find the car anyway, so they didn't need to burn it. That was good because it was a really dry summer and the whole forest could have taken fire. And, but it didn't. But the car is still there. So for me, it's kind of a shrine. The shrine of the bank robbers. So I really like that.
Sounds like a title of a book that would be good.
Yeah, and it has a similarity with the other car, you know. It's two cars that you can't drive around with anymore. So they are object that has become something completely different. You could probably put them into an art gallery or something and they have been really meaningful. But I like the fact that they're just out there and it's up to us as the viewer to see the art in the real world. You know? Because art in museums and galleries are dead. Yeah, but the bank robber car, you can't make better art. And also what I like about this, like the bank robbers didn't consider what they were doing as creating art. They was just thinking about robbing the bank and getting away with the money. So art doesn't need to have anything to do with intention.
Yeah, I don't care either way, and I didn't know that. When I wrote over the top of them, I wasn't even really looking at them at all, let alone knowing that story. Have you ever robbed a bank, Dario? Every day. The bank of someone else's heart. Dario, the romantic. Next slide, please.
Oh yeah. This is a real favorite. Look at her. Look at her in Osaka, Japan, early in the morning.
Sounds like a song. Early in the morning in Osaka, Japan, Bård Torgersen looking at a lady with a bear. Did you get permission to take a picture? I don't think you did, because you're a fucking weirdo. Go on, Bård, tell us about this, you taking someone's picture, who's obviously having a horrific breakdown.
Nah, she was just hugging the bear.
The best breakdowns
and
are the ones without intention.
But I was thinking about you because you know teddy bears, you know?
I love bears, yeah.
Yeah.
Squishy animals.
So I took that picture for you, really, and I should have sent it to you right away, but I forgot. So much other stuff happening. Just beside there was a building burning and I don't know.
Amazing.
Yeah. But I didn't care about all the chaos in the background. I was just looking at her and fall into the yellow love of your bear and hair.
Very beautiful.
It's so nice.
Yeah, next slide.
But this one.
You can bring your attention to the bottom left-hand corner of this photo. I think you'll find the phrase of the evening: blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne.
Yeah. But this is in Bangkok, and this is a festival where they force people to climb on top on a really huge pole, and the pole can fall, and there is no safety net, but there are ambulances standing there and really rich people watching poor people climbing really high. Yeah. And even a child can do it, except it didn't. But that's a lie, because there was another pole and there was children climbing on top of that, but I didn't want to use that picture because I think that would have been really exploitive of the children in the picture. Yeah.
That's good of you. Yeah. Again, I didn't think about that when I wrote blood for the blood god.
That was this one, and this is an old...
this is one.
This is haunting. This is a homeless person in Oslo 25 years ago. Took their portraits, and I always look at that picture when I feel down.
Wow.
Yeah. Don't look now. You wrote on top of it.
I did. I
can't
did.
see why.
Like the movie, yeah, at the end.
Yeah.
The end of that movie.
But I think if you use these eyes have seen everything. Absolutely everything. And when you look at it, you start to imagine, do I want to see the same things? like she has seen?
I think the answer for everyone would be no.
Yeah, but when you're in a more kind of curious mood, you can also think, yes.
You maybe. Next slide, please.
And then, this is too private, and I don't know. What is this?
It's not mine. This is one of yours.
It's not
This
mine.
one is mine.
This is yours.
What
is
is your photo, Dario? What's this photo about? What's this about? What did you take it when? What's it about, Dario?
I think it was in you know,
Yeah.
last time
Yeah.
after the show.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. No, I was there. Go on, you can do it. Hey! You can do it. I wrote the poem, I know that much, because it's about me scattering the ashes of my dad. It's a true story, man. You said it was so personal, but you know, that's alright. Nobody knows what the poem means anyway.
Okay.
Oh, next slide.
Okay.
It's more of your fucking photos, Paul. Jesus.
Yeah, this is from my summer holiday in Serifos, Greek island, and nothing was happening there. I was driving around on a scooter,
Where's Helen?
feeling so fucking lost. And then I saw that car sitting there, a new car, and I thought, has it been a bank robbery on this island as well? But probably no. No bank on that island! No nothing on that island!
Oh, for the blood god, next slide, please!
That's boring, boring. More teddy bears! More teddy bears! More teddy bears! More teddy bears! And a crow! And a lot of things happening. Yeah, yeah. But enough of this shit! No!
Whoa.
No!
Said we do a Q&A!
True! Q&A, I forgot! What's your question? What's your question?
Why?
Why? Why? Why? It's very open.
Do a real Q&A.
That's so open. Why? Oh, why?
Why not?
Why not? Yeah. Next question.
Well, I explained at the start that book launches are rubbish, so we do something more interesting. That's why.
Okay.
Do you
Question.
think now that you've done this, you can go to the bathroom?
It isn't coming. There's like a focus when you're performing, and it means that you don't need to wait. But I think about 10 minutes afterwards, depending on how people treat me when it's all finished.
Could you wee before you went to a fight?
It was very difficult. I really had to relax and think of like a bath running or a waterfall. But as soon as I got in there, it went away and I didn't need to wee anymore. I think needing to wee before is fine, but number 2 before, that's a nightmare.
More questions?
Questions? Yeah.
Where is God in this?
God is in the details.
What a good answer. You can tell he's a writer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many copies did you make of the book?
200.
I think they're still printing.
Are they numbered? Individually hand numbered?
If everyone gives the book back to us now, we can do it. We forgot it.
Okay, new question. Who is Mr. Buns to you?
Mr. Buns.
Mr. Buns!
Yeah, Mr. Buns.
I found him in a charity shop in England. You put him on your window and you press a button when people are looking and he drops his trousers. But I didn't buy it actually, I just took a picture. But that's who he is to me. Thank you so much for noticing, Mr. Buns.
Okay, I have a question.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm actually a bit sorry for asking this.
Yeah.
Really, like, yeah, I am. But yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you. The best question.
More of a statement than a question, but it was very nice.
Yeah. Okay. More questions?
Did you meet physically to work on this book?
Hmm?
Did you meet physically to work on this book?
No. No. We didn't
As
even.
you can
We didn't.
tell-
We didn't even. We didn't even speak once directly. No.
How long have you guys known each other?
5 years.
Probably 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
5 years.
I love Bård.
But you met now the first time?
Just
No.
this book we never met.
No, we met before here in Oslo and in London. Yes. And in Norwich.
And in Norwich,
And in Norwich. Yeah.
we were old friends, but this book.
Private question. How did the project change your bonding?
That's a lovely question. How did the project change our bonding?
Yes, male bonding.
Closer.
Yeah.
Closer. Much closer, I think.
In what way?
Yeah.
I love Bård and Dario.
And Dario. Come Dario.
I was just telling people before that a lot of people are very mean when they're creative because they're afraid. And people who aren't afraid, who are weirdos, don't have to be mean because they're not afraid of looking stupid. And Bård and Dario have an amazing quality of being kind and supportive while also being scary and weird. It's such a rare quality. I'm quite sincere. So writing the book made us closer because it was an excuse for us to hang out more. And that's lovely. So what a lovely question. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very good.
But now it's finished with questions, and now it's over to the last part, and this is we're going to give out the literary prize.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. This is the friendly aggressiveness literary prize from Bård Torgersen and Dario Fariello. And me and Dario is behind the prize, and we are the jury. And we locked ourselves into a room for 4 weeks, ate lobsters and drank champagne and puked and discussed a lot. Who are going to win the friendly aggressiveness literature prize?
I knew I would get something for saying that sincerely.
So, what did the how do you say that in English? How juror? What did the juror write? The winner has a long career as a writer, even though the writer isn't very old. The writer is still in his prime and has many years more to contribute to writing in general and poetry as special. The writer has written many books and used and highlighted a great quantity of marginalized words. He has also used a lot of tiny words and words hiding in the shadow, and words in prison, and words in hospitals, and also big words, long words, and no paragraphs, sometimes bold always. He has traveled the world and the 7 seas in his mind, a huge world taken care of, thrown into the abyss, love of birds and babies and laughing fists, alphabetic blizzards. In the beginning it was the word, and in the end there will always be literary prizes. And I'm proud to announce that this year's Friendly Aggressiveness Literary Prize award goes to our dear friend and colleague Stephen J. Fowler.
How much do I get?
Just finished.
What did your countrymen say?
There's some stuff going with this prize. Yeah, the first one is this, and it's so nice.
Wow, that is nice.
Yeah. And then there is candles. But that is prize money, and it will be handed over to you in US dollar, because the traitorous, faltering Norwegian krone is not to be trusted. Wow! Look here, come here, Steve. Come. It's a lot of US dollars. Steve, look here. Dollars for you, Steve.
Are there ones?
Don't talk him down because you get a lot of ones. Yeah. Because this is magic money. If you use it to something, it will grow. Because this is the same magic money that the Nobel Prize uses. It comes from the same source. Yeah, how many did you get now? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many? 5, that's enough. But you know, the best is not the creator of the poem, but it's the audience. Yay! Money! Poetry! Prosperity and growth for everyone! Thank you, my dear audience and poetry lovers.